After the raid that took out Osama bin Laden in 2011, the formerly secret SEAL Team 6 became well known for that heroic mission. Sadly, just 3 months later, a helicopter carrying 17 SEAL members and 13 other American troops was taken down in Afghanistan, killing everyone on board. Last week, family members asked the administration for answers.
The U.S. government and many high-ranking military people own more credit for the shoot-down than the Taliban.
Because pre-assault fire damages our efforts to win the hearts and minds of our enemy. So in other words, the hearts and minds of our enemy are more valuable to this government than my son's blood.
Karen and Billy Vaughn, parents of SEAL Team 6 member Aaron Vaughn, who was killed in that 2011 mission, they join me now. Good morning and good to see you both. And I know that yesterday, Karen, must have been so tough for you on Mother's Day, and my heart goes out to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for allowing us to be here.
Thank you for allowing us to be here, Gretchen. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know that you have many unanswered questions. And on top of losing your son, I can't imagine that pain. But then to not have the answers as to why must be almost impossible to get through a day. If I had to ask you what the top 3 questions are that you want answers from our government, what would they be?
Go ahead.
One, Gretchen, there were 7 Afghan commandos on the chopper who the military report shows, the military report states the names were different on the manifest. In other words, the men who died in the chopper crash were not the ones that were supposed to be on there.
Why?
We want to know why. They were changed at the last moment.
By some commander who's yet to be named.
They were changed too late for them to be added to the manifest, which never happens.
I understand, Karen, you have questions about rules of engagement and how it affects what?
Gretchen, that night when Aaron and the 29 other Americans died, they came into that zone with no pre-assault fire. And let me explain what that means. In every cop movie that you've seen in your entire life, what does the policeman scream as he goes into the hot zone? He screams, "Cover me," right? They weren't allowed that benefit. And I want to know why. They say in our documentation that pre-assault fire, you can get it, it's a 1 in a million chance of being authorized for pre-assault fire. When we asked why, they told us it's because it damages the efforts to win the hearts and minds of the Afghanis. And you know what? That's just not acceptable. If we're going to go into war, we need to let our warriors fight, or we need to bring them back home. It is not acceptable to sacrifice their lives. Also, we were told along those same things in rules of engagement, we were told by people in the field that you have to basically be shot at twice in many instances before you are allowed to return fire. This is insanity. We don't deserve this as parents.
But I also understand that you're questioning why they were going on this mission at all, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, we can't find out why it was so urgent. Even in the 1,250 pages we have, people who were in theater said they don't know why this mission was spun up. And one man testifies that in over 400 missions, we'd never done one like this.
So do you both think that there is something bigger here? I mean, are you suggesting that this mission was done for a reason because so many people on this helicopter were from SEAL Team 6?
I won't suggest that, but we do need answers. Can I answer?
Yes.
And last night we had a Team 6, recently retired, call us, talk to us, who knew Aaron and the other guys. And a high-ranking admiral had told us that your son was quite comfortable, and his buddies with the teammates, with the way we were operating over there. Last night this guy said many times we'd pass each other on the second deck, and the shooters would be talking back and forth to each other and say, we know we're going to die in a helicopter crash because of the helicopters we're using, the National Guard helicopters, not special operations. And he said, we know damn well it's going to happen. We talk to each other about it all the time.
Wow.
And he also said that we know that one day we're going to have a suicide bomber crawl on a chopper with us. And we've talked to the higher-ups about it, and when we talk to them about it, they say we're just being illogical. It's not going to happen. And he said because they don't understand the enemy.
But this is because of this ideology of working these forces together. Navy SEALs have no business working with the Afghani forces or training them. That's not their job. Our son trained for years before he was allowed to go on his first deployment, as did all those others. And by the time he reached Tier 1, Navy SEAL Team 6, he should not be over there on training missions, Gretchen, where he's being compromised by what could potentially be the enemy, because we know that all of these agencies are compromised.
Yes.
And it's very possible that something dastardly went on that night, and we want to know if it did.
All right.
And
Well,
if it
Karen,
did, we want to know why they're allowing this to continue to go on, why our young men and women are being slaughtered by people that we call our friends. No.
Karen and Billy Vaughn, I know you have so many unanswered questions, and we all hope that you can get those answers and get some peace.
Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you
very much.
so much. Thank you.